What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along. And it's a place where we can come together, get our projects progressed. Sometimes part of your project could be a bit daunting or dull or intimidating, whatever the case may be. But it doesn't have to be. It could be just pure pleasure. That's fine. Either way, if you watch this video, I'm gonna calmly talk about stuff in the background whilst you do it, and I do it as well. So we're kind of hobbying together. I've got a cup of coffee with me today, so I suggest you get some beverage yourself, get your glues and brushes and models and paints and whatever else you need, and let's get to the bench. But before we do, please give this video a thumbs up. I'll tell you at the end as well, if I remember. Please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Big style. Big style. I didn't realise until fairly recently, I suppose, how much thumbs up the like button really helps. And that would be sublime if you could do that. I've got so much stuff I want to do, but I've got so much stuff I need to do as well. So, yeah. Talking about getting the bench clear. Talking about the bench itself. I'm going to talk about the bench itself today as well. Don't quite know what I'm going to call this episode, but actually I might do. I got this figure, this miniature during the week. It's an OwlBear. I've got another one somewhere. Can I find it? No. So I might call this episode Search for the OwlBear. This is a bit of fun. Anyway, let's get to the bench. We've got stuff to talk about. And yeah, let's go. Alright, so stuff from last time. My bizarre tents. I want them to be used equally for a circus as well. With that in mind, I've bought not a circus tent, it's like a knight's tent, like they have in jousting and that kind of thing. But I thought it might fit in quite well, so I want to start work on that. It comes in these rather cool different pieces here. So I've got the bottom there and the top here. I mean, quite honestly, it'd be better just to glue it together, I think. Yeah, and I've got a bit of clean up to do as well. So with this, I get some barrels as well with stuff in, and I'll get like archery practice target things as well. Got a dead rat here, and there's all sorts. Anyway. Do I start this today or not? Probably not, actually, because I've got so much other stuff to do, but that's just showing you what it will look like. I need to look in the description picture, actually, as if that partition is there, because it's quite a thick partition. I don't know whether it's part of the thing or not meant to be. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I might just paint it black, the partition bit. So I'm going to pop that to one side as a project to do at a later date, I think. So that's good. So that's got something off the bench already. See what I'm doing? I was looking for some new brushes, which I thought, I've got to order myself some new brushes. I've got this old regiment brush and old character brush, and I'm doing okay with it, but I could really do a nicer one, and I found new ones here, so that's awesome. Got 2 new brushes there, so I'm gonna probably start using those. This stuff here, well, I'm thinking a bit of a dry brush on this, these wooden pole things here, maybe, and then varnish for this. This one's near completion. If not there. I'm certainly near. Certainly near. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, right, move. I mean, is this? Do I think this is worthy to just varnish? Probably. I want to do the stitches. Actually, something I want to do. Do the stitches on these canvases here. Other than that, I think it's ready. Yes. All right. This is near completion too. Just a couple of bits, really, like a pot there to do, and jar there at the front, so on and so forth. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So what do I work on first? Let's work on this piece here first, because it's only small. I can do a little bit of dry brushing on it, and we're good. Got my coffee all raring to go, so we're good on that front too. Oh, I've also got my weird crocodile, which I found another one, so I've got plans for these bad boys at a later date. Such an awesome model. Oh, and I've got this it's like earth elemental rock monster thing, clay golem, whatever it is. I just don't like it in the silver plastic, so I need to sort that. However, I quite like. I'm not going to put him on a base, I don't think, because I don't know. I think bases really only came about because they were like slaughter. It was like it kind of felt like they needed to be on a base. I don't know though. Don't know. So I've got this spell book here. This sort of unchained spell. That's not on a base either. So doesn't need to be. But I will put it on a holding lid so that I can prime it at a later point in time. Anyway, and this needs to go somewhere too, doesn't it? Like there for now, just so I can prime him. Maybe I'll prime him first. Maybe I'll prime him. I'll do him now. Black. Let's prime him black, shall we? Because why not? I could spray him. I got some Chaos Black spray over there. I don't even need to set my airbrush. I could just literally spray him, but yeah, we'll just prime him up by hand. Pop my glasses on here. I'm literally just going to do that. Because once you prime these silver miniatures, I don't know what it is. Type of plastic they're printed from. It looks really awful when they're in silver. I had the same with my water fountain, but it looked fine once it had been primed. So get this done. I'm thinking about my tent actually, that like Knights one, the round one there. I showed you just now. That might even have to be washed. I don't know. Need a bit more of this on here. Might need to wash it. Might have some sort of releasing agent coating it still. And we can't have that. I will prime underneath him as well, but I won't paint underneath him. Just prime. I will varnish underneath though, however. There we go. One rock monster, whatever it is, primed. suppose in some ways I've got to prime a bit more here too, like OwlBear. Search for the OwlBear. And the other OwlBear is the one where he sort of stood sideways on. It's kind of an old metal miniature, but I've got him. But why not? Well, we had a very, very interesting Friday last week, I can tell you. Very well, the last week at the time of recording, so probably a couple of weeks ago for you guys now, and it's probably ancient history to me now, and totally irrelevant. It could be, it could not, it might not be. So went to Seaton, saw 3 properties. Now they ranged from a dump to, yeah, it's okay, but not blowing me away, to wow. We'll start in reverse. Well, we'll start in the order of worst to best, I think. The dump was in a place, which is a shame because it's in a road near to where I grew up, and the road where my siblings were born in Seaton, and they talk about it. They go on and talk about it so often with such nostalgia. I thought I might be. I'd like to see this place, and if it's any good, maybe. But we went. Really not good. The place has been empty for years as well, so that's not good either. That's really not good for a building. 10 years it's been empty. That's not good for any building. Right, before I continue, oh yeah, I suppose I could prime. I've got this chest and hunk of gold and that here. Paint this all traditional because I'm going to paint the gold like metallic. Metallic goes better over black, so here we are. I'm trying to get this primed without pouring any more primer, as you can see. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah, there we go. This naff old brush thing here, not really fit for anything. There, so that's a couple of things to be drying whilst I'm deciding my next plan of attack. Okay, so I've got the brushes here. Right, for the stitching, what colour stitch? I'm thinking orange. I don't know why. Actually, part of me does. It could be like from a circus tent. Or they've got some super cool stitching from a circus or something like that, and that's why they've done it. I think that would be cool. So, yeah. I think I want to do another coat of, I don't know, I'm going to say yellow. Apple in the sunset, I was going to say. But no, I think I will just prime. I will just varnish that side. Oh, heavens me, look what I've neglected to do. I've neglected to get my kitchen towel ready. So here we are. Yeah, I think having a right. So I was going to talk to you about this bench. This bench here. It's a big bench, big table. It's higher than it should be because it's on wheels. I'll take the wheels off when we go to see it. I think I'm going to have this table in the background behind me. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get a different table for my bench, a narrower one that I can pop closer to the window, because I think that'd be better. Because I've got a load of crap over there. I don't need all that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. I think that'll work well. Right, so I'm going to pop some matte varnish into the underside here of this tent lid. Matte varnish for the win. Yep, there we go. Not that I'm going to be holding it this way up very much. You know, it's just going to be, it's just to protect it. It should have it on its side and, right, so I'm just leaving it like that. Wow, there we go. Then I'll come on to the stitching, or shall I do the dry brushing on those bits there? I think we'll do the dry brushing. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'm closer to the window. I could still have... See, on this bench I've got some drawers. I've got a load of stuff on this, but it doesn't need to be on this bench. This table would be a great role-playing table. It really would. It really would. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, because I could bring the table out further into the room. If I had a square room, I could bring the table further out into the room, set the tripod camera up in front of it, do my role-playing, or have it behind me, whatever, you know, either way. And I'll probably try both methods as time goes by and see what works best. Right, okay, so I'm looking for, what am I looking for? A sort of a light brown, like a Deathclaw brown? It's not quite right, not quite what I'm looking for. Goblin skin, I don't think so. Flat Earth, maybe. What have I got here? Calvin brown. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that might work. For a dry brush, that might work. Calvin brown. I like that. Right, so what we're going to do then, small dry brush here. Well, I think it's a small dry brush. It's pretty dried out anyway, this paint, so ideal to be a dry paint. It looks like it's got a ball bearing in it, or it had a ball bearing in it. Alright, so yeah, it's just a subtle thing, this. And there we are. That's it. I'm going to chuck that paint away because it's absolutely knackered. But worked our magic. That ball bearing was just stuck in it. It's one of the older fashioned paints anyway. It's obviously going to be superseded by some other more modern colour. It wasn't behaving quite the way a dry paint should in my book, but we've got that bit done, which is awesome. Just washing up my brush here now. Anyway, going back to the properties, isn't that what I was talking about? Yes, so looked at, well, the first one we looked at was actually it's okay, but it's not blowing me away one, like the average one. It's the first one we looked at. I was a bit like, yeah, it's alright, it's very average, and it's a lot further away from the beach seafront than I would like. It's a 20-minute walk. Alright, can I be bothered to up sticks, go for all the aggro, moving from here to there, just for that? Honestly, the answer I came back with to myself was no. Yeah, I want to get to see them, but I don't really want to be moving again once I get there, do you know what I mean? So that was that. Then we went on to the one I was telling you about just now, the one from my childhood, not my childhood, my siblings' childhood. And I was really hoping it would be something alright, but turns out it wasn't. It was a dump, left empty for 10 years. And several things on it that really made me think, no. Macarius Solar Orange looks good. I'll use that one. Got more of a brown undertone to it. Just looking at it, oh, it's got potential still. This orange, I'm going to give it a bit of a shake. Yeah, so then we come to the last one. Now, we're already due to go and see 2 properties there, right? But in the morning before we left, we had an estate agent ring us up and say, oh, you put a bid in on it, because we put a bid in on this property once before. We got outbid and I was a bit annoyed. I was a bit pissed off about it, to be truthful. Their sale has fallen through, so they came to us because we are kind of like probably the highest bid. It's just that the other person was a cash buyer, you see. What do they call it? I suppose view it as a more favourable, proceedable position to be in. Anyway, for whatever reason, and I'm not interested, it's fallen through. So they've come to us, grovelling this time. Bit of a change in attitude, which I liked. Because before, we'd put in our offer over and above the asking price, I hasten to add. They were like, oh, no, they've accepted a better offer. They're very happy with the offer they've got. I thought, all right, well, good for them then. But apparently that's fallen through, so they're asking us if we want, first refusal, basically, at this. I'm just going to go and get a mixing stick a minute, because it needs a bit of help on that there. Okay. It's alright, I'm back again, so I got basically like a kebab skewer thing here. There's some like barbecue stuff here. Well, it's very thick, but gonna pop some airbrush thinner into this. Yeah, so they were saying that. I said, would you be willing to, are you still interested? So I said, yeah, well, yeah. I want to see it again, though. Oh, okay. The vendors are there right now. Well, one of them was. I said, that's okay. Well, I'm in Seaton now. And when we phoned them back, it's like, well, we're in Seaton now. Can you not arrange for us to come and see it? Because it's an hour and a half up the road from us. Oh, yeah, they did. We went and saw it again with one of the owners there. And we're still of the opinion. Oh, it said, oh, don't want to rush you to make a decision. Obviously take your time. I thought, well, yeah, I'm going to take my time. So I didn't give him an answer till the next day, like 24 hours later. But I did say yes, we're willing to go ahead and keep our original offer, but we want the cooker as well, because originally that was of the separate negotiations. And if they come back and say, "Oh no, we're taking the," I'll say, "Well, take it then. We'll get a new one. Can't be bothered to mess around." That's fine. Still needs more thinner, I think. Yeah, so we'll do that. Can't be bothered. Oh, I might put some ramen medium in there too. If I can open it. Yeah. Yeah, so we probably won't hear anything till Tuesday now. Because Monday's a bank holiday. Yeehaw! Yeah, probably won't hear anything till Tuesday now. And in all honesty, I'm of the opinion, like, you know, last time I was very gutted and, like I say, I was well pissed off about it. Felt like they've been entered into a bidding war on inadvertently. So I said, I'm not getting into a bidding war about it. And I'll say that again. If they say, "Oh, we had another offer," oh, well, have it then. Do you know what? I'm not bothered. Something else will come up. But it's odd how the universe has given us this second chance to view it. Really can't afford to offer any more than we've offered. Lovely location though. Beautiful inside, beautiful outside. Ticks all the boxes. No garden to maintain. There's a courtyard out the back to sit in. A nice size one too. 2 toilets, upstairs, downstairs. Smaller than where we live now, obviously it would be. But we're downsizing anyway, and we're going from a 3-person household to a 2-person household. But it is still 3 bedrooms. And one of the bedrooms would become mini Warzone, my new studio. Because that's just something that we would do. This looks like a really nice orange actually, this. I think this might be a good choice. Good choice. Let's get the palette there. Right. If we get accepted, then cool, great. That means the reality of moving is that much closer. If not, yeah, we just keep looking. It's fine. You see, I'm really not dancing to people's tunes anymore. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I'm, just not doing it. And that's the way it is, I'm afraid. Right, so I'm just painting these stitches here now. Because I want to. It'll be just a subtle effect. But I want it to be on there. There's things like this which make it for me. And who knows, I don't know if it looks like there's a big tabletop gaming, wargaming scene in Seaton. There is certainly a role-playing scene. I don't know how big it is yet, though. So what I would do with the role-playing thing, I would go in quietly. Well, I'm not no wood about it. I will go in quietly. Join a group. They've got in the local gaming shop. They've got like a whole floor dedicated to role playing. And they hold games there and so on and so forth. So I'll just get my feet under one of those tables and then say, does anybody want to role play with me? With me being DM, would anybody, be comfortable with that? Which they'll be like, yeah, maybe. They don't know me from Adam. I don't know them. That's what I mean. I'd like to get to know them, And we could role play in the shop. eventually we could role-play around mine. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Really cool. And I don't know if it's just D&D. Certainly they're into D&D there. There's a lot of D&D stuff they sell. Could I introduce them into other games? Alien, for instance? Possibly. Possibly. It's a possibility. I'd like to do that. And even if there is no real scene there to speak of, or they don't want to do that, that's fine too. That's cool too. Because I'll just keep going, crack on with the solo role play, which I love. I actually prefer. But I don't know what they're like. I could meet a whole load of new friends. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think this orange stitching is a great choice. I've got a load of books to downsize as well when I move. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to have to do it, and I will do it. It's for the greater good, after all. The greater good. No, it is. It's going to, enable me to get my space. I'm pretty excited. I mean, thinking about it, I could have got a smaller table out here. Really, could have done that. Oh well, hindsight, eh? Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Love it. We're nearly done here now with the stitching. This is good. I love this orange, by the way. This orange it's got brown undertones. It's a little bit like bronzed flesh, but a bit pinker. An orange that's a bit pinker. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, so Seaton could be actually happening. It really could. If it doesn't happen with this property again, I will be wondering to myself, why were we shown it again? Why did they contact us? It's odd. Yeah, I'm not going to be gutted like I was last time. I've already gone through that, so I've kind of grieved for it already. the loss of the property that should be mine. I know what I'm talking about. It's very stressful, this moving lot, Right. Wondering if we could no, there's some patterns on there I don't want to start messing with. Right. That's fine. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, that tent is done. I'll be another one off the bench then. Yeehaw. I think this goes with that one, I think. Wouldn't have painted it as well, I don't suppose. I don't know. Who can say? Right. So I've got my gazebo as well, which I started last week. got my carpets. I nearly said magic carpets then. That was a slip of the tongue. But my carpets here, which I put on bases, and obviously that's where I stuck them to. I just got to prime those bits, which I'll do in a minute. I'll just grab my carpets. Oh, and the roof of the spice store here. So I'm going to be doing priming for those. Just a moment. Give me a moment there. That's all these here. Just need a bit of primer on. That's there like that. Right. So, oh, and it was Panzer Grey, as I recall. Yeah, German Panzer Grey. Well, even if it wasn't, these bits are going to be German Panzer Grey. So they're going to be German Panzer Grey. Yeah. Looked like I guessed right there. This is just the undersides of the carpets, so. This is awesome. Awesome. I was talking to someone actually, one of the hairdressers in Seaton when we went. He's a very friendly chap. I forget his name, but then I forget names anyway. But he seemed very pleasant, very talkative. He was saying how much he loves living there as well, and it's just, you know, it is a great place. It's a good move. I mean, that location is just sublime. It really is. I tell you this, people, I promise you this. I know I'm going to be setting up another YouTube channel when I get there, dedicated to like well, the place itself partly, and I want to do like a kind of an inspirational channel as well. I just want to kind of show the world how manifesting can work, and other stuff. But I promise you this, folks, Mini Warzone in Seaton will be having some interesting videos and locations. It won't all be studio based. Still be some studio based, of course, like games, playthroughs, paint alongs, tutorials, that kind of thing. But the chills and the P&Qs and all that kind of thing, that's going to happen on set, on location. So many places I want to do that, and so many ideas I've got. I'm even thinking of getting a new camera for going there. That would be better suited for that. Anyway, that's for the future. I'm just having some coffee right now. Oh, exciting times. I'm so flippin' excited. It's just awesome. Right. Now I was doing, last week I was doing this, and I think this is Avalon Sunset here. So I think what I'm going to do is Avalon Sunset on these bits here. On this one. Going to varnish these. So pop these carpets to one side. These carpets are going to be for sale in the bazaar. I guess they could also be magic carpets if you wanted them to be. Why not? You know, rugs. Why not? This lid can go over there. Lid. Roof. Right, so that can go there. Right, so back to this. We'll start with this chappy here. Just varnish him. Could end up putting this on a base. I don't know. Maybe. Don't know about that. That's possible. Very possible. But again, you know, we'll see. Doing the refill. I mean, I know you get the lines and the 3D printing. You know, I do love some of the 3D prints that are available. Oh, I can only imagine being able to do this. I mean, if I bought the place we've put a bid in on, I probably wouldn't get a 3D printer for space reasons. You know, because it's smaller and that. But yeah, who knows? Could end up with somewhere with a garage, and maybe I'd have a 3D printer. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Right. So it's exciting times. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes it's exciting. It goes on a long time, I think, you know. Having start. Plus, don't forget, I've had all the stuff with a family member dying as well. That can go on as well, and that's pretty stressful too. And you know, it's just one thing after another, and you got all that to sort out, funerals and wills and goodness knows what else, legal stuff. It's all, oh, yeah, it's all not easy. That, and only I could be in the middle of moving and have someone die. No, it's not only me. I know other people go for it, but two really stressful things at once. The moving itself alone would be a challenge. I can see why, you know, people don't move that often. You know, some people. Yeah, then there are some people that move all the time, isn't there? It's weird. Let's pop that to one side too. Let's put that over there. Yeah, it is weird. But moving, once we've moved, I'm hoping we don't have to move again. Not saying we wouldn't, but I'm hoping we don't. I like the idea of downsizing. I know, not hobby-wise, but downsizing in general, because we accumulate just so much crap, really. We do. I'll be able to keep my push bike, which is good. I'm pleased about that. I wouldn't need my lawnmower, which is good. So that's something. Yeah, I'll be pleased about that. My neighbour's offered to buy my ladder if I go, but when I go. I don't know whether to keep it or not. I don't actually know, wherever we end up, whether it will have a loft ladder or no, do I? So I might need to keep it for that until we get one fitted in. Not that I'm planning on going up a ladder that often, but you know, you never know. You might want to clean windows or something. I don't know. Do a bit of painting here and there. It's a handy thing to have. Again, I could sit out in the back courtyard. Do wonders with this courtyard, don't I? It's got a lot of potential, the courtyard. It's got a kind of rockery area right now, but it's got a lot of potential. And I'm thinking, this could work. You know, it really could. It really could. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, Pete. Yeah, Pete. Get your act together. Get your Avalon Sunset and ask Baylorp around. I want Avalon Sunset. What did I do with it? Did I put it back in here? Could have done, couldn't I? Looks like I did. Looks like I did. So forgive me on that one. Yeah, it looks like Avalon Sunset to me. Right. Turn this upside down now. And get some on the palette. So lots happened. I mean, Friday was a very, very tiring day. I mean, don't forget we were at work as well in the morning. So by the time we got back, it was about 10 to 8 in the evening by the time we got home. So it was a very, very tiring evening. Day, I should say. Okay. I'm doing that thing. Yeah, use the old brush. Well, this isn't really that needing to be that perfect, so I think I'll do the curtain drape ties white, I think, or off-white. Because I think that would look good. I'm spending a lot of time and effort on this bizarre terrain, and you might be wondering, if you're a new viewer, why. Well, the reason is it's going to be my central hub. It's going to form part of that. The bizarre bit is it's going to form my central hub, where my characters will go back to, I think. I've also got to think, well, why would they do that? Because where would they stay? Well, I'm thinking of getting like camping tents for them. You know, like personal camping tents. Or having them at the bazaar, that's some that they could rent, perhaps. That would be quite fun. Yeah. And a bazaar, kind of like a marketplace, I suppose, and you could make it a marketplace as well if you wanted. A bazaar would attract a lot of people, merchants, people buying and selling, just people passing through. And that, my friends, is an ideal place to get your adventure threads and hooks. It just makes sense. I'll have to give it a name. Such and such bazaar, you know. Be my hub. I can run sandboxy type games then, or campaigns. Yes, a sandbox campaign comprising several modules and other games. The circus scenery is actually for something entirely different. That's actually for another game. I've got one large tent I would like to purchase for that. That can wait till payday. I'm a bit excited as well because when I've done this video, my next video I do today will be my giveaway video of my Tales from the Loop. And I'm excited because there's only 2 people entered it, but I'm excited for them. So dun dun dun. Yeah, it's going to be great. Still be able to roll dice, so it's all good. It's all good, my friends. It'll be a bit easier for me to, I don't really need to do random number generators, do I, for 2 people? It's just I could literally, you could toss a coin, but I like dice, so we'll do that. Yeah, I like dice. I do like dice. It's satisfying, isn't it? Rolling a dice, to me it's satisfying. I find it incredibly satisfying. And then I get to post that off to someone that will hopefully enjoy it. And that'll give me great pleasure. I've got other giveaways that I want to do as well, though I might keep them back for when I move, purely because I don't know, I feel I could be a bit more settled by then. You know, this is actually coming together quite well. I like this. Do enjoy painting, you know. Oh, so exciting. Stressful but exciting and moving, you know. Moving somewhere where it will feel like I could be on holiday all the time. To me, that's exciting. And I know I've got the winter coming up now. So the worst period for anywhere, really. But I used to live there, so I know what to expect. Could get snow. More likely to get snow there than here. So I've got that, bear that in mind as well. And I'm you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Well, that's my Avalon sunset bit done. On here, I'm gonna get some white. Now, what's that? White grey. We could do that. Yeah, let's do that. It's an off-white. I said I'd do an off-white. What time have I got here? Oh, nearly an hour. I won't get started on that then. But that's okay. But that's what I'm going to do next. An off-white for there. Perhaps when I move and I unpack everything, I'll be doing some more showcasing videos of what I've got whilst I organise my room. That's quite a good idea, isn't it? Glasses off. Zoom out. That way, I think. Hey, got it right. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. Do like showcasing videos, so I can showcase the models I've painted in the past, then as I organise them into the new studio area, whatever that's going to be. I am going to be getting rid of probably definitely the first table I made, tabletop. I made it folded out. I've played, you know, several games on it, and I will miss it, but I just don't think I'll have the room. I mean, yeah, technically I could set it up in the courtyard, which that's a possibility. Could do that. But if I'm living in Seaton, I don't know if I need... See, I'll have people around. I would happily have people around to roleplay. But for wargaming, I could just go to the store and play in there, because I've got a big back room with several tables in. You could easily just I could just literally walk down the road with my army, like 2-minute walk in the door, and there I go, set up, And if I forgot something, I'll just nip back and get it, or what. It's really that simple. Yeah, so I'm excited for that, and I'm thinking my Imperial Fists are going to be my Seaton army that I'm going to represent me in Seaton, I think. Well, here it's been kind of Tyranids. That's my main army here. I love Tyranids. I might go Imperial Fists for there. So I've got those to finish up, haven't I, for my Domitus box set and others that I've got. So yeah, got all the stuff here. Like Tor Garradin, I got do him. They're near completion. They are what I would consider play worthy, but I wouldn't want to. I would want to finish them off. I need to base them for sure, but I've got like little finicky bits like gun holsters and buckles and shiny things, studs, sword, scarabs, handles, things like that. Just little things to do, and but then the basing, and then they'll be like kind of cool, kind of good, ready to go, perhaps. Anyway, if I said at the start, hit the like button. I'll say it again now. Please hit that like button. It helps me more than you could know. And if you really want to help, share. Click the share button and share it on places like Twitter and Facebook if you can, because I'm not on Facebook. Had a bad experience several years ago. Don't think I'll ever go back. But I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram as well. You can share things on there as well if you want. If you want to be a super fan, check out my Patreon campaign, and you'll see we'll get access to exclusive videos depending on what tier you're on. You'll get more. The higher tier you subscribe to, the more greater your access will be. So thanks ever so much for watching, my friends. Thank you for being with me on this journey, and it is a journey, isn't it? And I'll remember, all brushes lead to one. I'll see you on another video. So bye for now. Bye bye.